So friends, let's see some delicious recipes. So today I'm going to show you all the cauliflower bhaji, very simple, some yellow moong dal bhaji and some crispy bhendi or okra bhaji. So let's start with this very easy to make cauliflower recipe. It gets ready also very quickly. Now here in a pan I'm going to heat 1 teaspoon of oil. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Let the mustard seeds splutter. Then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin, 1 green chili that I've cut into small pieces. I generally use the light green chili for most of my bhajis. Now fry the chili well till it gets this lovely white coating. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of asafoetida and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi powder. Now mix everything really well. Now I've washed the cauliflower well and cut it into small florets. This is roughly about 2 cups of cauliflower. I've used 1 medium-sized cauliflower, and I will leave a link of how I actually cut this cauliflower at the end of this video, so don't forget to watch that. And now mix the cauliflower really well in this bagar. Now I'm just going to add 1/4 cup of water because we need to cook the cauliflower. Mix in everything well. And now we're just going to cover and cook this on a medium flame for 5 minutes, stirring in intervals. So after 5 minutes your cauliflower gets cooked because it cooks really fast. Cauliflower is such a vegetable that it doesn't require a lot of cooking time. Now if you want to see whether the cauliflower is cooked, just cut it with a knife. It will very easily cut, or you can even taste one to see whether it's cooked. Now we're just going to add some salt to taste and 1/4 teaspoon of sugar or a pinch of sugar. Again, mix everything really nicely. Now I'm adding 1 boiled potato that I've cut into cubes. This is completely optional. You can also I'm also adding peas because I had peas at home. You can have the bhaji plain or you can add vegetables of your choice. Mostly potato and peas go well with the cauliflower. But otherwise you can skip the potatoes and the peas completely. Now always soak your cauliflower in water to which salt is added for at least 10 minutes and then wash it really well. And our cauliflower bhaji is all ready. Now you can see how to cut a cauliflower in the next video. So today we're going to see how to cut a cauliflower. This is a medium-sized cauliflower. I soaked it in some water to which salt was added for about 15 minutes. Washed it thoroughly. Cut off the stalk with the leaves. We're going to use the leaves. Don't discard the leaves. And we're going to cut it into half like this. Open it up like that. Then you're going to take a knife, a smaller knife. And then chop off the stalk. We're not going to use the stalk, but we're going to use the leaves on the stalk. Again, cut it into half and then just cut off the big florets. Take off the florets and keep them aside. So don't use any of the stalk portion, only the big florets. And then you're going to cut each floret into smaller florets. That is, one big one will be cut into smaller pieces. So just discard the stalk and keep only the florets, and then cut the big florets into small florets. Now when you're buying a cauliflower, first of all it should be nice and white in color. There shouldn't be any yellowish color to it. It should be nice and firm. It shouldn't be soft to the touch, and the leaves should be dark in color. That means it's a good cauliflower. So it should always be very firm. When you touch the cauliflower, the florets should be very firm. They should not be soft. So this is a closer picture of it. So I've cut the big florets, and now I'm just going to chop the small florets from the big floret. So you get very tiny florets like this. So it's easier to cook. It cooks faster, and it's easier to eat as well. And now for the leaves, I'll show you how to cut up the leaves also. So you can see I've taken a big floret, and I'm just going to cut the stalk off. Don't use the stalk. You can use the stalk to make some vegetable stock, etc. by boiling it with some carrots, etc. if you want to use it. So in this way, just cut tiny florets like this from the big florets. So this is generally for beginners, because I get people writing to me, Akshata, can you show us how to chop vegetables, etc. So this is for you all guys. So you see, again I'm chopping the stalk off. I'm not going to use the stalk. Take off the stalk and cut the big florets first, and then cut them into smaller florets. Now of course, if you're making Manchurian or some Chinese kind of dish, then you need to retain the big florets. I have a recipe of gobi Manchurian, so there I don't chop it into smaller florets. I keep the florets big itself. And because you have to dip it into some batter and deep fry it and then coat it with some sauce. So in those recipes, I have shown you how to cut the cauliflower for those recipes. If you go and check out those recipes of mine. So if you're looking out for any of my recipes, just type the recipe and type Akshata's recipes, and my recipe will pop up. For example, if you want to see all cauliflower recipes, just write cauliflower Akshata's recipes, and more of my recipes will come up. So now for this particular recipe, I'm chopping it very, very fine. So cauliflower is one vegetable which is available throughout the year. So it's easier. I mean, it cooks also very fast. It's a good tiffin item to carry to office or to school. It's easy to eat. So in this way, just chop up the rest of it, and then I'll show you how to do the leaf part of it. And like I said in my earlier video, all my videos now from June onwards will have this time stamp. So you don't have to go through the entire video searching for the recipe. If you just scroll on the video, you will see some kind of gaps in the video, and it has a name. So like for this particular video, you will see cauliflower bhaji, then you will see how to chop a cauliflower, then you will see the other two names of other bhaji. So you can just go there directly on the timestamp. So now I'm just going to pull out the leaves from the stalk like that. It comes off very easily. So whenever you buy cauliflower, get the leaves also. Don't discard the leaves. They're full of vitamins and really good for health. Also a lot of iron in them because they're dark green. And then you can chop them fine, or you can just tear them with your hands and with your fingers, and just include them in the vegetable. So I hope this tip was helpful to you all, for those especially who are learning to cook, how to chop this. Now I'm just going to chop this into smaller leaves, because then it's easier, into smaller parts, because then it's pieces rather, so that it's easier to eat. Thanks for watching guys, and now we'll move on to the next recipe. and welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Well, like all my recipes, today's recipe too is going to be quick, easy, yet delicious. So, without much further ado, let's just jump straight ahead into today's recipe. So friends, let's start with today's recipe. Now here I've taken about 1.5 cup of moong and I've just washed it thrice under running water and soaked it for about 6 to 7 hours or overnight. Now we'll go through the other ingredients. So this is the dal. I've drained out all the water. This is one light green chili cut finely, some coriander, some curry leaves, some cumin, some turmeric powder, some asafoetida or hing, and some mustard seeds, and a lime. All the ingredients with their exact measurements will be given in the description box below. So here I've just heated about 1.5 tablespoons of oil. To the oil I'm going to add my mustard seeds and wait till they pop. Once they pop, I'm going to add my green chilies and fry the green chilies well. Then I'm going to add a little bit of hing or asafoetida. Then go in my curry leaves. Let the curry leaves also fry a bit. Then I'm going to add my turmeric powder or haldi powder. Then I'm going to add my jeera or my cumin seeds. And then I'm going to add this soaked moong dal. That's it friends, that's all you require. Of course a little bit of salt and that's it. So now we're just going to give this all a nice mix so it gets well incorporated with the rest of the bagar or the fodni. Now this recipe was shared by my very close friend Pavitra Sargaonkar, and this is my daughter Ira's favorite. She loves to eat this. It's so easy to prepare, it gets ready quickly, and it's really very delicious. Now I'm going to add some salt to taste. I'm going to add a pinch of sugar. Now we're going to mix everything very well. See that you fry everything nicely so that everything gets nicely mixed up together. And now we're just going to add a little bit of water because we want to cook the dal a bit. So just enough water to cover up the dal. So if you're taking 1.5 cup of moong dal, then about 2 cups of water should suffice. And now let this cook on a low to medium flame. And we're going to let all the water evaporate. So first let it come to a boil. And then we're just going to cover and cook it and stirring in between just to check. And we want all the water to evaporate. That's when our moong dal bhaji is all ready to eat. Now I also have a recipe for moong dal bhaji. I will leave a link below. And that's it friends. Our water has all evaporated. Our vegetable is ready. And we just have to add a squeeze of lime and some fresh coriander. So add in the coriander, mix it in well, then turn off your gas and add your lemon juice. This goes very well with some nice hot chapatis or puris. So that's it, and I'm going to add my lemon juice. Now one tip over here, if you're squeezing the lemon directly, always squeeze the lemon juice into a spoon. That way if there are any lemon seeds or lemon pips, you can pick them out and you don't have to search for them in the vegetable. And then just mix and your dish is all ready to serve.
Hi friends, this is Akshata here. Today I'll be showing you how to make some bhendi bhaji or okra. For the ingredients, I've taken about 400 grams of bhendi or okra. In my description box below, I will show you how to prepare and cut this bhendi. It has to be extremely dry if you want to make a nice crispy bhendi bhaji. Then another important ingredient is amsul. We need to use at least about 4 to 5 of these amsuls. Then you require some red chili powder, some asafoetida or hing, some jeera or cumin, some mohri, rye or mustard, and some haldi powder. About 1 teaspoon of each of these spices. Then we require oil for cooking and some salt. So let's get started cooking our delicious bhendi bhaji. Now here I have my pan heating. I'll pour in some oil. About 2 tablespoons of oil. Now once our oil is hot, we will start adding our spices. We will first start with 1 teaspoon of mustard or mohri. Once this starts to splutter, we will add in our cumin seeds or jeera. Next goes in our asafoetida or hing and about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi. Next will go in our amsul. What this does is it prevents the okra or the bhendi from being very sticky and it separates it into a nice crispy vegetable. So once we have put in our amsul, I will be putting in our very finely cut okra or bhendi. Now what you have to do is first you have to wash your bhendi very nicely. After that, pat it completely dry and then cut it very fine. Also when you're cutting, please check if there is any kind of dirt, or sometimes there are even some vegetable worms in the okra or the bhendi. So first you cut off the tips of the bhendi and check whether it's clean. Especially in the monsoons, you get a lot of this vegetable worms in your okra. So please check. Now mix everything up and we are going to cook this vegetable on an open pot. No, we don't have to cover this vegetable. This will take about a total of 10 minutes to get nice and crispy, and we have to keep stirring in the middle. Now it's been about 2 minutes since our bhendi is frying. Again, just give it a good mix and you will start noticing that it has some browning. So just keep mixing it every 2 minutes till everything is evenly coated. It's now been about 6 minutes since I have been frying this okra. Now you can see it has become more on the brownish side, a dark green color and a brown. Now we will start adding our seasoning. First goes in some salt according to taste. Give it a good mix. And this has to be done on a medium flame because we have to fry our bhendi very well. Then goes in some red chili powder, the regular chili powder, which is a little on the spicy side. And at this point, I also like to add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and 1 teaspoon of, and I like to use 1 teaspoon of coriander powder or dhania powder. And you have to give all of this a good mix. And in another 2 minutes we can switch our gas off as our bhendi is ready. As you can see, it's become a nice crispy and spicy vegetable. This can be eaten very well with some hot rotis, or it goes very well with some dal fry and some hot steamed rice. So I hope you like this recipe. Please leave a comment in the comment box below if you did like it. Please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. This is Akshata saying goodbye until our next recipe. Take care.
I hope you're going to give it a try. Do let me know in the comment section below what you thought of today's recipe. Do share my recipes with family and friends. Spread the word about Akshata's recipes. You can also follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and I also have my own blog. All links are going to be down in the description box below, as well as the comment section below, as well as today's recipe, the entire recipe with all the ingredients, the exact measurements, the method, everything is going to be in the description box below. So be sure to go and click it, and you can find everything there. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. I need those likes. Just click the thumbs up icon that you see below this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the red subscribe button that you see somewhere below the screen. Once you have subscribed, a little bell icon will pop up. Click that bell. That way, whenever I put up a new video, you will get a message for the same. Also, when I'm online, you can chat with me. You get a message that Akshata is online doing a live stream, so you can be a part of the live stream too. So friends, thank you so much for visiting my channel today. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will catch you in my next video sooner than you think. So I'll sign off, but before signing off, let me tell you my message as usual, which is stay healthy, stay fit, be loving and kind to one another. So till we meet again, this is Akshata signing off. Bye.